What's up, YouTube? This is Tallyboy Trucker 5 here. Oh, I just wanted to talk to y'all about what we learned on Wednesday. It's the third day now, and today we learned about, basically we started learning about DOT regulations and safety regulations and watching more videos and more tests. And it's just a bunch of paperwork. This whole week has been paperwork. But this morning, because I came to school with my CDL permit, this morning when my class went to go take their CDL permit test at the DMV, I didn't have to go. So I did this little safety regulations book, which they do give you on DOT safety regulations, and it's a thick book. But they give you a little, I think it was like a 25 question test, and you got to fill it out, and you do these tests throughout the whole week to see. They're required to do it by the state, and basically I did that, and then because I had my permit already, he sent me out there to the range, and I got to practice on the trucks. And me personally having driving experience, I got out there and back in and doing straight line back in and alley docking. I didn't have no problem with it. But for you newbies, I'm going to give you a little hint right now. You'll learn more when you go to school. You got hands-on training. You're actually in the truck and everything. But if you're trying to back into an alley, or let's say straight line backing, if you can see down the side of your trailer with your mirrors, and you can see the two cones, and your trailer's in the middle of them cones, as long as you can see down the side of your trailer, keep that wheel as straight as you can. If you have to make a little adjustment, make little adjustments. Don't make big adjustments, because that was most of the problem that I was watching the other guys that were out there that don't have no trucking experience, never been in a truck. They're wanting to turn the wheel like this, all the way to the left to try to get the trailer to turn all the way in there, and then they're wanting to try to get out from underneath it. Once you get all the way underneath it and it's in that hole, or close to that hole, by the time you get all the way back around to straighten out, you're not going to make it in that hole. And if you look on YouTube, like you are now watching my videos, you'll find, just type in how to back a semi, and there's people on there that draw you little maps and give you advice. But the only way you're going to learn is to actually get in one and do it. But also, the thing I don't like about the trucks that we train on backing on is they're only a single axle drive. They only have a single drive axle on the truck that we drive in the yard. Now, the road truck that we go on the road with to drive on the road is two drive wheels. It's got two drive axles, like a real semi. But the ones that we're training in are day cabs, and they only have one axle, which me personally it's actually a little easier to maneuver. But also, you'll be taking your test in a two-wheel, so I don't see why they'd have you train in one, and then, but it doesn't matter. Either way, you'll by the end of them 2.5 weeks of, or 3 weeks of training, you'll be there. But also Wednesday, after watching a couple videos, near the end of the day, they gave us this student reference manual, and I just want to show it to you real quick. It's got student reference manual, table of contents. You got your student handbook, do you or don't you care, employment application, CDL manual, hours of service, map reading, trip planning, OSD vehicle loading and scaling, driving technique, hills, and mechanical. Those are all things that we have been tested on throughout this week. And I just want to flip through it a little bit. Here's your student handbook. Says range behavior, what to do, drug policy, alcohol, do you care, we care, do you care, do you have a drug problem, warning signs, blue paper. This is what the applications will look like. This is just like a little thing to show you what your applications are going to look like. And that's not a real one. They just want you to get a basic idea, maybe practice filling one out. That way when you go to fill out the real ones, because they make you use a pen the whole time you're there, that you don't want to mess up. They teach you about the hours of service, log books basically. There's 4 lines on a logbook. You got off-duty, sleeper berth, driving, on duty. You got the 11-hour rule. You got the legal 10-hour break. You got the 14-hour rule, and then you got the driver's duty status, which is the 4 lines I just talked about. But my video is running short, so let me go ahead and sum it up. This is a monthly summary sheet of your logs. Looks kind of like that. It's basically to keep track of your 60-70 hour rule that you have, that a driver cannot drive over 70 hours in 8 consecutive days. But that's how you keep track of it. They'll teach you more about that, and I'll explain that in the next video a little more. You got log exercises I'll explain in the next video. Today we started learning about map reading on Thursday. Started a little bit more on logs today too. The trip planning is not that hard as long as you pay attention. And you got your personal security, and you got these little things in the back, and I'll go over more in the next video. But for now, YouTube, this is Tally Boy Trucker, and I will explain more in another video.